Welcome to KOIN 6 News at 11 o'clock. And closer to home, take a look at this feed. This is out of Seaside, where the party is still going on right now. There's fireworks and what looks like a pretty decent sized crowd out there on the beach. A lot of people out there social distancing together in groups. The beaches did not close in Oregon as part of the 4th of July holiday, but Governor Kate Brown did advise people to stay local or stay distanced. But in the Rose City, celebrations were much more subdued, with most traditional fireworks shows and music festivals canceled this year. But one thing that has remained the same is how busy the night is for fire crews, emergency responders, and police. Between the protests and all the illegal fireworks, there are certainly a lot of concerns about fire calls for the 4th of July. KOIN 6's Jennifer Dowling, she is live near the Justice Center tonight, where we have seen a lot of illegal fireworks going off over the last couple of nights and also tonight. Very busy down there tonight. Jennifer?
It is. In fact, we've seen a lot of fireworks flying high into the sky over the past hour or so. Just after it got dark, they started going off, and you can see there's a huge crowd here watching some of those fireworks. There are hundreds of people. There is a big bonfire where the elk statue was removed earlier in the week due to damage to the base because of fires like this over the past few days and other activity. The base had crumbled, so they took out the elk statue. There's a fire burning there right now on Southwest Main. Then we have a huge crowd. The fireworks are kind of quiet here for the moment. Police were announcing on their megaphone that if people were launching fireworks at the federal courthouse building, they might be subject to arrest or use of force. I'm not sure if that's why things have quieted down. Nope, there we go. A lot of people continuing to launch those off at this hour. You can hear those exploding down there and echoing off some of the buildings. We did talk to some fire investigators who said they expect to be very busy with public shows canceled due to coronavirus. They're expecting a lot more of illegal firework activity that they'll have to track down tonight.
We're expecting that to be a busy night.
With fireworks shows canceled, fire investigators with Portland Fire and Rescue are watching and waiting to see what the night brings.
The fact that there's no commercial shows for people to go and watch this year, we're expecting there to be more people launching their own fireworks in the neighborhoods, and anytime that happens, the fire danger goes up.
Fire investigator Rob Garrison is concerned that people have traveled to Vancouver, Washington to pick up larger style fireworks like mortars, which are illegal in Oregon. He says anything that shoots more than 6 feet off the ground is not permitted.
Vancouver fireworks stores have had record sales, so I'm assuming those are not all in Washington, and we're going to get some illegal fireworks tonight.
Shortly after doing an interview with us, Rob said firefighters were called to this fire in which landscaping arborvitae went up in flames. He said it's easy for fire to spread in those shrubs.
And an arborvitae will catch on fire in the pouring down rain. Arborvitaes are very flammable, and so if you get a mortar inside one of those, it's going to burn.
In addition to concerns about fireworks, protests could keep them busy as well.
The protest activities, I think, also a concern for us. There's been a lot of fires surrounding that. So we have to monitor that situation. So if it's a trash fire in the middle of the street that's related to the protest, the risk isn't worth it for us to go in there. We document them, but we don't actually respond. But if there's a building on fire, we will have to respond.
And judging by all the fireworks that we've seen, those investigators are going to have a very busy night. Only one fire investigator typically works a shift. They have several staff this evening. If you're cited under city code for illegal fireworks, it could be a $500 citation. At the state level, you could face some different penalties there. So we could see some a fountain of sparks going off right now in the park. We've seen those all night. Some people have been partaking with alcoholic beverages, moving their 4th of July celebrations down here to the park and the protests. So we'll continue to see what happens. For now, Southwest 3rd is blocked, and police have asked people to stop launching fireworks toward the Justice Center building because people are still in custody there, and the federal courthouse. We'll have to see what happens throughout the rest of the evening. Back to you, Wayne.